early 1900s, Charles Schwab began Bethlehem Steel. It was his goal to grow Bethlehem Steel into the largest steel producer in the United States, and he did accomplish his goal. But when he was just getting started, he called in management consultant Ivy Lee. He asked Ivy Lee to look over his operation and to make any recommendations that he could find that would help Bethlehem Steel grow into a large steel producer. Ivy Lee reported back to Charles Schwab and says, "I have one recommendation for you. I would recommend that all of your managers at the end of their day to make a list of everything that they need to do the next day. And once they've compiled this list, to take the item that is most important and put on the top of the list. Underneath that, the item that is second most important to accomplish. And on down the list in order of importance, everything they're supposed to work on the next day. Then take the list, put it in their top desk drawer, close the drawer, go home, and forget about the list. The next day when they arrive at work, they're to pull the list out and begin working on the first item. When they've accomplished that, work on the next item. When they've accomplished that, go on to the third item and on down the list. At the end of the day, anything that isn't finished, they're to take and put onto the next day's list and add any new jobs that they need to do the next day." Ivy Lee then told Charles Schwab, "I'm not going to send you a bill for this idea. What I want you to do is have your managers do this for 30 days. And at the end of 30 days, I want you to send me a check for whatever you think the idea was worth." In 30 days, Ivy Lee received a check from Charles Schwab for $25,000. Now that's a lot of money today, but it was even more money in the early 1900s. And by the way, this is where the to-do list was born. Now I tell you this story for two reasons. First of all, I tell you this story because I want you to feel like in buying this CD you have gotten your money's worth. And I just now given you one idea worth $25,000. Now don't you feel a whole lot better? The other reason I tell that story is